waiting.
My bad.
Here we go. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yes, good. For my people in Facebook land who can't see him currently, I'm so sorry. He's going to be live.
Okay.
Better run over there. If not, make sure you post your questions. I'll have the questions available for you, and then we'll talk to you directly. So let's
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Okay.
Got great quality audio. What is it? Are you getting younger as time passes?
It's just stepping into an era of blessings. So I don't know the formula, but for me, it's just giving God praise and just falling into His grace and His mercy. That's all I can tell you right now.
Amen. All right.
Praise the Lord.
Yes. I'm with that. Keeps you young. The Spirit keeps you young, and it keeps you healthy, and it keeps you driven. So I'm so glad to see you do it.
It also helps not to worry, and I try very much not to worry about nothing.
Well, I'm bad at that. So I'm a complete worry wart. I'm always very erratic when it comes to certain things. So I have to, I got to learn how to do that.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Well, that brings me into, a really specific question at this point. Tell some of the people, that are watching right now or listening, because on Facebook they can listen, over the years being in the business as a photographer, how did you keep yourself stress-free? And did you have any instances where you felt that it was challenging? Because, we've talked about personalities here on Talent Talk. And, our industry is very difficult sometimes. And how did you deal with that over the years, with your type of personality in relation to other people? Because there's a lot of spicy people out there.
True. Well, the industry and the work is stressful. It's not as glamorous people may see it as. When I do a shoot or I do an event or a career event, there's a lot of pressure to either, provide that quality work that you do promise to your client and to your fans. But I try to think about the reason why I'm there, the end goal of it. Again, the positiveness that I'm trying to put out. So I'm trying to stay focused. Staying focused is a key point. Knowing your equipment, where your equipment is, what you are there to do. So it's not like, I'm all over the place. You're there to do X, Y, and Z. So if it's an event, you're there to capture the essence of the event. If you're there, doing a birthday party, you're trying to get the essence of the happiness, the joy. Right. You're looking for that. So you stay focused on the candid pictures, the laughs, the smiles, the eating the cake, or if the cake is all over the face. But you gotta really, really stay focused. And know what you're there for, and know what you're there to try to capture.
Right, absolutely. I definitely agree. That's like the number one thing that I say here on Talent Talk. Professionalism is key. Professionalism will bring you success. Professionalism is not going to drive that kind of stress that other people have in their jobs. If you're going to a place and this is what the expectation is, you carry on and you do your job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have a duty. When we told somebody we were coming here to perform a task, that's what we do. And if we're not doing it and we're running off at our mouths, we're not being great, That's an amazing thing. A lot of people coming into the industry now need to hear that, because, they think it's all glamour and none of the stress, and it doesn't work like that.
Right.
And I want to let y'all know that Colin is here in New York. He is a Brooklynite, all right?
Brooklyn, stand up.
That's right. And it's amazing to hear that you have this type of passion for your work. Did you travel around the country to other countries? Tell our viewers about how you travel and the types of things.
Well, we definitely cover the tri-state, New Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut, wherever you need. We're there. We've done out-of-state celebration and birthdays. I've been far as down in Maryland, doing a family birthday party. But we've traveled global. We've been abroad. We've been in the West Indies. We've been in Jamaica. We did a wedding in Jamaica. We did a documentary in Trinidad. You know, so we've been, you know, trying and looking for opportunities to travel abroad, to capture, you know, or do documentaries, to do photo shoots, to do weddings, birthdays. It doesn't matter. But again, trying to capture those events that bring people together.
Right, absolutely. That is amazing.
Great. There is a comment here. Let me go back to it. So sorry. Sherrod Williams says, I worked with that brother in my career and I had a great time with him. So I'm not too sure if you know who Sherrod Williams is. He's one of the models who is always consistent with coming on.
Are we still there? I think we both paused.
I hear
We're having some technical difficulties today. I think that's
technical difficulties.
I think that storm drove the internet wild.
So we got cut off. So what was the question?
I don't know if you heard, one of the models that, you know, comes in on here and hopefully to work with him soon. His name is Sherrod Williams. He said he had an amazing experience working with you in the beginning of his career. I know that that's one of the places and ways that I have met you, like at a fashion show. But tell me your experience, like working with models, what you've been doing like the last couple of months during these times where we're kind of like not really doing too much, but we're doing a little.
Well, since we're in a pandemic with social distance, it has taken effect on the business. And, you know, a lot of people are a little apprehensive to, you know, collaborate and do some work together. But my experience with models, male and female, it's an adventurous thing. You have models who are really into their work. They take their work seriously. They come on point. They got their makeup ready. They got their outfits together, what's first, second, and third. You know, they got their poses already in the mind of the kind of look that I want or they want. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could direct them and everything, but they already know the kind of look that they want. And you have those kind of models, like you could see when you make that eye contact, like I'm about business. I'm about that bag right now. You know, you can look in that eye. Some models, you know, smile a lot. You know, some got that serious look, like. You know, you know, so then you have some models like, you know, still need to work on, you know, because they're trying to get to that level. They still need to work on, they need to be like a sponge. Like, let me absorb what is being told to me. You know, everyone has a good side and a bad side when it takes to folk, you know, taking pictures. Sometimes the hairstyles, sometimes the styles, sometimes, you know, when you look at it, you know, you're behind the camera looking at a model, you're like, wait a minute, that pose really ain't doing nothing for you. They already think like maybe they friends, they family say, oh girl, guy, you looking nice, you know. They already like think that pose got it. It don't got it. So no. And then sometimes when you just say, just let me just adjust it a little bit. And so you adjust it, you pose them. And sometimes, believe it or not, when you switch it to from color to black and white, they be like, oh. So sometimes, again, as a photographer and a videographer, we're bringing creativity, we're bringing artistry. So it's not just taking pictures. Everybody now, cameras is inexpensive and everybody wants to buy a camera. And yes, you can use the phone. And I've seen marvelous work done with the phone, but you gotta be artistic, you gotta be creative and not just take pictures. Some people take pictures and it's the sky, the building behind, the cat, the dog, the fire hydrant.
Right.
You try, so yeah, you have to be creative, look at it and then tell the model, come like this, look like that, give the squint, close the eyes, you know, bite your lip, whatever it may be. But working with them, it's each one is different.
Right.
Each one is really different.
You know, what's really important that you just mentioned is that a model has to be receptive to your direction, because you're an artist as well. They're an artist, but you're an artist as well. A pretty face doesn't just do everything for you.
Right.
Doesn't do and so your experience can guide them to a place where they may end up on a multi-million-dollar cover, you know, with an endorsement. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you have that eye. Your eye of creativity helps them to look even better. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was really great. He truly described the essence of what it's like to be in a shoot and a photographer saying, here, listen, this is not working. Let me talk to you. Let me show you something.
Like for instance, I worked with Katherin before at a fashion show, and you know, we took the fashion show on a whole, but then individually we took pictures of the models that were there. And already by the way they walk down the aisle, you already know, if you've been at fashion shows, when a model walks down the aisle, be it man or woman, you know, like, yo, they command the floor right there. I'm shutting it down. Right. They walking with confidence. So when I went to the individual models at this fashion show, I saw Katherin, and she still was in her outfit, but she had shades on. I took the picture, but I said, you know what? Just take the glasses down a little bit and look through the top of the glasses. Right. It changed the whole mood of the photo. So if she ever could pull that up, that's on a lot of my sites. You know, she's framed just her. Just her. She's framed in the picture. Nothing behind or nothing like that. And she's looking down like, you talking to me? That kind of look. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to do.
That sometimes you know, when you're taking a picture of yourself, you know, when a person does a selfie, or you know, because during quarantine, you know, I did promote a lot of the at-home photo shoot, because that's your resume. If you're not working with a photographer, that's your resume.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to be creative. You're an artist, and that's so important. You know what I'm saying? That you take your creativity, your artistry, and you hit it over the head, because a photographer is so important into how that image comes out. Whether you're on the run, whether it's playing.
You're definitely right. That's your resume, because now that we're in this media situation and media era of life, what photographs you take now you will see, you know, 5, 10 years, you know, even 15, 20 years from now, like, wow, I did that. You know, so you want your best to be seen now, because you're going to be talked about, but it's going to be seen some years on later. So you really want to put out your best.
Absolutely. I don't disagree. Those are some major key points to working in our industry. There's so many different facets. It's not just one way. You're not just a pretty face. You don't control how this works. There are so many different intricate details. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a company could say, hey, you know, I want you to come down, Colin, and I want you to take these images, you know, blah, blah, blah. Right. This is how I want to do it. It's your responsibility as a photographer to get those key things done, but you also got to use your creativity. And a model also has to do the same thing, because if the photographer is giving them direction, it's because without each other, it's a fail. It's a total fail.
It's a fail.
You know what I'm saying? And come from New York, you know, born and raised in Brooklyn, we don't like that kind of failure. You know what I'm saying? We like to work together.
Right. Yeah, like there's so many different things that goes on, you know, in New York. And I know there's a lot of people that you work with like Christina Vixen, who put together the show, and then you do runway stuff with her, or you do like a different photo shoot with her, and you can link up and work together and do different things. Right.
Are we back?
We're back online. We're back online.
All right.
I don't know what's going on today. I keep getting kicked off left, right, and sideways.
Yeah.
They trying to stop me. They trying to stop me. They trying to stop me. They can't stop me.
They can't.
Not at all.
They can't. Rat-a-tat.
Speaking of Rat-a-tat, I love her. I noticed that on one of your portfolios you worked with Justina Valentine. I love her. She's a little ratchet.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, he had a magazine, a men's magazine, and he made me one of the feature photographers, gave me that opportunity that I really appreciate to this day. So he had an opportunity to interview an artist in a band. So we met her in the studio, and I really didn't know who she was, but I heard she was a singer. And this is before she really got on, because she was driving in a small Toyota Corolla from state to state doing shows, you know, really trying to get her foot into the door. And I had the camera, and he's like, yo, let loose, go ahead. And I was taking, you know, I'm nervous because, again, she's an artist. So you're trying to capture the great side. But the funny thing is, she's not a model, but she carried herself so confident. Like she was telling me, no, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Take it again. Take this. And she knew how she wanted to be portrayed to her public.
That's working hard. That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's wanting to perfect your craft.
Right.
And we talk about that a lot. About 2 videos we were talking about, you know, perfecting your craft. Practice makes perfect. You don't just wake up with a pretty face one day and you have an amazing career.
Right.
You know, this is not like, you know what I mean?
True.
So it's key to perfect your craft. And you as a photographer, models, walking the runway, being able to pose correctly, knowing what lighting is good for them, the makeup, everything he's talking about is key. I hope y'all are listening to this man.
I hope y'all getting ready to follow, like, subscribe.
That's right.
Hunt him down to make sure that you got him for your next shoot. So you guys can work on your stepping up your game in your career. This is definitely one of the great photographers that you guys need to work with moving forward, you know. And I think that this is great. This is amazing. I've seen a lot of your work. I know that you do some events. I noticed some people in here. Let's talk about that. What kind of events have you done in the past that you're kind of proud of doing?
Well, definitely, I'm very proud of doing a lot of community events, covering a lot of community events. Being born and raised in Brooklyn, there are a lot of things that's going down in Brooklyn. They say if nothing going down in Brooklyn, ain't nothing happening. So there's a lot of things going down in Brooklyn, positive and negative. I really strongly try to focus on the positive of Brooklyn. So I'm very deep involved with the NYPD, the clergy, the local governments and councilmen. So they have events that reach out to the community, to reach out to the kids, to bring that, again, as we say, our mission is to cover events that bring people together to bridge those borders. So the community, so the NYPD and the community try to bring them closer together so we understand and, you know, understand the relationship between the two. So they have events that cops can play ball with the kids, play video games. There's food, there's barbecue, there's rock climbing, and, you know, music, DJs. Those are what I'm proud of to be part of, to cover. Come to Thanksgiving and Christmas, we pass out gifts to the community in 7 and almost to 9 different communities of Brooklyn. Every kid gets a present. They do food drives for Thanksgiving. So we try to cover those events. You know, the team is out. We try to cover those events to capture those the community involvement. You know, other than the news, yes, the major news is out there, but sometimes we go a little bit deeper. We get the voice of, you know, who's sponsoring the event, people at the event. You know, we get to see the kids play, interact with the NYPD and the clergy. And that's what, you know, again, what we love to do. And
that's amazing, because those are positive things and attributes that everybody should look for in someone that they even want to work with. You know, as a photographer, it's so refreshing to hear that you are also involved and active in the community. That means you're inspiring you know, other young people to say you can do whatever you want. I remember where there was a time where, you know, you would tell your parents you want to be a model or a photographer, and that was taboo. That was taboo. You know, and by you're inspiring the community, saying, no, this is what kind of man I am. This is the industry that I'm in, you know, and it's possible to do all these things, even now, even in tough times and in good times. And that's
I think also thing. Like the modeling industry is like progressively changing. I always talk about it, and I don't mind continuing talking about it. Like even a few years ago, it was like a bad thing to be an Instagram model, and now sometimes agencies won't even look at you if you don't have any type of like Instagram following at all.
Right.
Like they won't even like, they'll be like, girl, what's your follower count?
Right.
And I think that opens the door and gives the opportunity also for models who are not traditionally the high fashion standard. For getting on the runway and getting different things, getting into the big spots that they're not used to getting into, by helping them boost their followers, it helps other companies, you know, get more eyes on what they have to do. So I think that just as like the times progress and they're changing, working together is so important because, you know, we're looking at these new things that are there. We're looking at these new ways to boost the modeling industry and to like keep going forward into this new age. And I'm kind of excited for it. I don't know if anybody else is excited.
Well, a lot of companies are looking for a fresh face, a younger face, an older face, depending on the market they're trying to hit. So it's never a dying era. It's never a dying industry. They're always looking for a new face, you know, a brighter face, a smiley face, whatever it may be. And so you always, it's encouraging for the up and coming models to keep on going forward, to be that. And then, you know, we're supporting a lot of causes.
Absolutely.
You know, we're supporting a lot of causes. So, you know, be it breast cancer, you know, be domestic violence. So sometimes, yes, you're a pretty face or stylish, but you could support different causes and collaborate that with your modeling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do not disagree. Because we're the first thing that these people see when they turn on the TV, when they open their phone. They don't even realize how many times they've seen your images or videos or whatever. They don't know how many times they've seen a person's face every time that they flick through a channel on YouTube or, you know, saw an ad. We are the faces of the people that they see on a consistent basis. Yeah. And it's important for us to be an example to people, whether they be old or young. You know, the industry has come a long way when it's come to serving our community. There used to be a time where you had to be a twig, you know, right? Not no more.
No, not no more.
Every shape, size, and color. And you know what? It is so refreshing because it is a form of expression that we all desire. And it's bringing about a major creativity as we progress into the modern age.
Yeah, I think that is awesome and it's so amazing. And there's just so many ways and opportunities that, you know, people can build their career and even work with an amazing photographer like you.
Yes. We want you guys to go check out Colin Moseley's page. Yes. We want you to give him a call. We always tell you guys, people pop up on our page or we do interviews or whatever it is. You're going to meet quality individuals that we have met over the years. And Colin is one of those quality photographers who's not going to give you any BS. If you call him up and want to do a portfolio, he's going to do it to the best of his ability. Yeah. So if you guys
it's going to look amazing anyway, because you can definitely check his Flickr and his website.
That's right.
And see all the great magical things that he's doing, and you're going to absolutely love it. But before we get out of here, I am going to ask you one more question before you go. And then, you know, you plug in all your social medias, your handles, the websites, all the good stuff and the marinara sauce that you need to move forward. So these models can build their careers and, you know, get their career is going in the right step. Because sometimes, you know, you walk into this industry and, you know, you make some bad decisions because you just work with people and you don't even realize that you're working with the wrong people. But you are definitely one of the photographers that is definitely going to make a big impact in someone's career. So,
Appreciate that.
Have you ever had a point where you felt like, you know what, maybe this isn't the thing for me, and then you decided, you know what, it is for me? What was that like that experience like for you? If not, then was it always your dream to be a photographer or a film producer or a TV?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't always my dream to be it. You know, my first hand, I am a technical, mechanical person by trade. So I never thought that I would be trying to do photography, you know, as a profession. But where you get sometimes a little discouraged is, you know, obviously it's a business, it's not a hobby. You want to be profitable, you want to be able to pay for the equipment that you have and want to buy. So sometimes when you're not seeing the profits coming in, you're not seeing the finances coming in, you might get a little bit discouraged. But again, you got to stay focused and realize why you're there. You know, this is not about money all the time. You know, that will come, but it's your mission, it's your vision that you got to stay focused on. And, you know, that wakes you up in the morning like, hey, hopefully I can make $200 today or $1,000 today. No, you wake up and say, man, let me just capture that color, that angle, that person, that smile, that cry, that tear, whatever it may be, because later on, that might be the story that tells another story of that person. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's amazing. So guys, make sure you guys check him out. You can get your portfolios done. You can even have weddings, get him to do weddings, birthday parties. He's gonna do that social distance thing with his long lens. If you want him to wear a mask, he'll wear a mask.
Yeah, we got.
He'll be ready.
We got our masks. We got our masks.
He'll be ready to shoot for a magical moment.
No, we've done a couple quarantine birthdays. We've done again some community events that we had to wear masks. But photo shoots, headshots, we do headshots, we do birthdays, weddings, and you know, we do red carpet events, you know, portraits, you know, family seminar. We do seminars. It's like whatever you need to catch. We do commercial videos and photographs for businesses. We've done coverages of restaurants where they display their food and stuff like that. But we doing everything we can for our team to respect the distance and the laws of social distance. We do have our long lens. We don't need to be on top of the person. We have our masks. We sanitize our equipment. You know, you still got to try to make it happen. You know, it's like we're gonna wait till the corona finish and then we're gonna show our best.
We're gonna keep working.
We from Brooklyn. We from Brooklyn, so we doing what we got to do to stay, you know, above water.
A question before you do go. It says what from Smith. He said, what technical trade did you study?
What technical trade I've studied? I did a little photography and video in high school, believe it or not. But the rest of it was hands-on and practice, fail, trial and error. You know, be your own critic. Being your own critic is very important. You know, so you critique yourself. You critique your work. You also grab hold of a mentor and, you know, have an open heart and open ear to listen, you know, try this, try that. I'm a true believer in hands-on. You know, you can study with a book, but the book is not gonna give you the scenario when the model is late, when the model got an attitude, when the model fought with their spouse or their boyfriend or what to do, or the client is like, oh, wait a minute, I thought I had the money, I don't got the money no more.
Oh, that's a whole
The book
new
not gonna
line
teach
to
you that.
talk about. Okay. You got the tea for me for next week. We're gonna be talking about that on Talent Talk next week.
You know, so hands-on is very important, and I have taken a couple classes and seminars, to help me understand the trade, the techniques, the equipment a lot more better. And I have been certified as a community producer for film. I have, citations by.
Y'all better listen to this man.
I got a few citations from the Bronx mayor, Brooklyn, the borough president of the Bronx. So I've done, I've got Canon training, I've done some work to be able to say and do what I do. You know what I mean?
Let them know.
And practice makes
one of these don't make you a photographer, y'all.
Nope.
I'm just letting you know.
Exactly.
You definitely gotta
exactly.
You gotta practice.
Right.
So having certifications from the borough president.
Check this guy out, y'all.
Certification by the assemblyman of New York City. Community producer certification. See, borough president Diaz
Hey, man,
right there.
look at that. And we here in the Bronx right now, so that shows you something.
Right.
He got all the bro. He got New York covered, y'all.
Right. You better get ready.
Yes.
He's definitely somebody.
And then if you go to all our social media platforms, especially our YouTube, you've seen the work that we did abroad, in Trinidad, in other states. We've also got a video there of interviewing Bishop T.D. Jakes from the Potter's House in Texas, So we trying to spread the team. Sometimes we go not prepared, but we prepared because we know what we did to do.
Like, as a manager, when I go to like shoots and interviews, models bring makeup. I bring a bag with like microphones, an extra camera, lenses, audio equipment, a lot of stuff, because you never know what happens.
The just in case situation.
You never know, and I just started doing that, right just before the quarantine, and it's like, it's a breath of fresh air, because sometimes, people sometimes get offended, like, oh, that's my job, I'm prepared. No, baby, we all trying to get paid right now.
Right.
Take it easy.
As you say that, we did a major interview with I don't know if you ever heard of Papa San and Junior Tucker. Those are some gospel artists from the Caribbean, and we were filming. Filming was going good. Come to look at playback, we ain't got no audio. We got video, but no audio. The cable just dropped out. Cable just dropped out. But with the model with XL, nothing don't stop the team. So we ran out, bought some cables. Nobody got cables. We went and bought some cables, no matter the price. We came back, we reshot it, did what we had to do. Now we walk with extra, so we was able to get that interview, where again they try to stop us with no.
You know how models carry the rolling bag? I carry a duffel bag.
Yeah.
With almost everything contingent, and I never leave without my H4N Pro. I never leave without it, because the event that something like that happens, well, I have the audio just in case something like that happens, and we don't drop the ball as a team. If you're hired as the photographer and I'm that model's manager, or that is my event, we have to always be prepared.
Yeah.
Just like a model should bring the makeup that's good for them, or
make sure you guys have everything.
Have what you need. And just because I'm not a photographer, I always keep my Canon camera. You never know. We take pictures together. That picture still might end up on your site as a, hey, these are the people I've done work with together. You know, those are our personal things. I might not be a professional, but you know what? What if I do want to be, and I want to become your understudy? I got something to start with.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's good for behind the scenes stuff, but you have to make sure models get the okay, people get the okay before doing that stuff, because you don't know if that's going to be for a magazine or something specific. But you just got to get the okay from the head photographer or the people who are organizing the shoot before you do that. Cordell said, and always have your gaffer tape.
Yes.
That's the tape that usually like takes down wires and different things, and you can section off like little boxes for people who don't know what a gaffer tape is.
Right.
It's very helpful.
We got duct tape. We got duct tape, masking tape. My partner works with me, so when we're with models, sometimes we use the masking tape when you got a cover on the chest, because depending on the outfit. So we got tape. We got tape to lift up. We got all different types of tape.
It's like the things that happens behind the scenes in a photo shoot, when things go awry, it's usually very, very crazy. So for the people who are just like, tape, masking tape, it happens, and it is very helpful and useful when you're in a pinch and you only have a set time to do what you need to do in those increment, you know.
I won't get into too much detail, but I've been with photographers where a bit of masking tape prevented that from being an X-rated photo.
Right.
We got to get Colin back on here for a story.
As you say that, I did a shoot with a model, and the dress, I think the zipper broke, so we had to have a safety pin and those paper clips, to hold up the you know, when a button breaks, you know, you got to keep on going.
Nothing could stop you. I've seen boobs get taped up with duct tape underneath the dress. I've seen all types of craziness too, and I'm sure you have too, Colin, because you're prepared for those kinds of things also.
Yeah, you gotta have napkins, all of that. You know, you got to walk with a lot of stuff other than just your camera equipment.
Because you're going to be in an isolated area for
extended period of time.
It's just that you have to just be prepared, because you only have a limited time to use the studio. You have to be out, and even if you don't use the studio and you're outside, you still just have to make sure that you have everything that you can quick grab and do what you have to do to move on to the next image or next shot, or what you need to do so you can get, you know, the pictures for whatever that you need, like the magazine or like the behind the scenes shoot or something that you're going to be using. Like it could be used for an image for a book or something like that. But you want to make sure that you got the right magic with the right stuff and the right things. But thank you so much, Colin, for letting me take away some time out of your beautiful life. To talk and have all this wonderful conversation. Just let everybody know where they can follow you and find you, and hopefully book you for a shoot.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of levels of our social media. You know, we have Flickr, and that's XL Media TV on Flickr. You know, we're on YouTube, so you just got to type in XL Media TV or XL Motorsports on YouTube. On Twitter, we're Extreme Lincoln, which is XTREME Lincoln. We're on Instagram. We have two of them. It's XL Media TV. And then we're on XL Motor, which usually covers our motorsports coverage. And then our website, which is in general, is www.extremelincoln.com. And that's Extreme with an XTREME Lincoln.com. But you just The main thing, you just could Google XL Media TV, XL Motorsports, and you get everything.
Right.
We all the way Google. You just type XL and we coming up right there.
No, it's gonna pop right up. That Google game is real. So I want to thank everybody stopping by, watching all of this. If you guys get a chance, please run over and subscribe and like all his stuff. And I will see all you beautiful people very, very soon.
And I'm gonna drop one right now. If anybody who is watching this or even drops your name that they affiliated from Cass or they know Cass, I'm giving them 15% off they shoot right there.
You better get the discount up your game, career.
If they ready, but they gotta say they from Cass Castings.
Make sure when you run over there, make sure that you're from Cass Castings and get 15% off your portfolio shoot, your birthday quarantine,
your
party
portfolio,
shoot.
your headshots, your birth,
everything. So make sure that you guys run over and do that. And you know what? I hate to say it, but you know what we gotta do? We gotta get up out of here. So I will see you beautiful people next week. And Colin, stay close. You know the deal.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you both.
Bye.
Stay blessed. Stay positive.